Hello all. In the past lecture, we have seen the concept of sparse matrix, how it is stored using an array. Okay. In the continuation of the same, we are going to see now the other methodology of storage, that is using a linked list. It's a wonderful concept. Yeah, with arrays, we have seen that we can save significant space, but again, we are not overcoming that restriction of array, that it needs contiguous locations. Okay, we are the sparse matrix is represented into a triplet, but again it is also a 2D array and it has all the restrictions of whatever the array has. So it doesn't make this storage of sparse matrix dynamic, where we have another approach to store that is using a linked list. So using a linked list, we can again do the same thing. So we will now see how can we represent a sparse matrix using a linked list. There are two ways to do it. One is little simple way, but another one is one complex way. So we'll just see the simple one first. We'll go for the similar example here. Linked list, as you know, it contains the data and a pointer. That is a link field. A link field will point to the next node in the list, will store the address of the next node in the list. So you are well aware about the structure of a linked list. But the when we represent a linked list, a sparse matrix using a linked list, we need to redefine the node. We will have four things in that node. Okay, four things in that node are: first one is the row number, the column number of the non-zero element, the non-zero element, and the pointer of the next node. Okay, so these three are ultimately the data field, and last one is the link field. Okay, the representation is quite simple. We'll take the same example which we have taken for arrays. It has 5 rows and 6 columns, 0 to 5. 6 columns. So here I can see there are only 6 elements which are non-zero elements. So we'll be needing only 6 nodes. We'll be needing only 6 nodes. 6 into 4. So 24 bytes can be used for that instead of 30 bytes. Okay, but that makes the thing dynamic. So that automatically saves lot of space. How can we define the represent this sparse matrix into a simple representation of a linked list? So we are going to have a simple linked list, or all the nodes one by one. So let us see. This is a head node, will be a head pointer. We are going to always have a head pointer which will be pointing to the first node. Now just find out the first non-zero elements, that is the 0th row, 4th column at index 4, value is 9, and this is my first element represented. Okay, go on adding an element. So there are 6 nodes, there will be 6 elements. There will be 6 elements, there will be 6 nodes. So what about the next node? The next node is going to store the information about this 8, that is row number 1, column number 1, value is 8, and its next value, next index. Okay, right now I will not consider this. Then its next node will be your node number 4. So it is at row number 2, column number 0, and value is 4. So likewise we can construct the entire list, and at the end we can mark it as null. We can mark the field as null when all the elements scanning is over. So this is a simple representation having a simple 4-field node with row number, column number, value, and pointer. If you remember the array representation, that entire row is now considered as a node, and those values which are stored there are stored in the node as data field, and only one pointer field is added. But this is a very simple rough representation of a sparse matrix, but it is not the way it is actually stored. This is okay if we have a small sparse matrix, but if you have a huge sparse matrix, then the logic entirely changes. That's what we are going to see with the next representation of your matrix. We are now trying to represent the matrix with linked list having different types of nodes into that, having different structures. So it is called as a 3-structure linked list representation for a sparse matrix. There are 3 different structures we'll have to keep in mind. Okay, 3 structures. First structure is the head node structure. We are going to define the head node which will be governing the whole list. Now you are going to see a little complicated format of a linked list. Okay, after this, in this discussion, we will be coming across to a little complicated one. List pointing to different types of elements, and it is pointing to the elements within different types of list also. So list of list rather we can say. So we are going to have one head node. That structure will be, it is going to contain total number of rows present in that matrix. It is going to contain second data field as total number of columns present in that particular matrix. And third, it is going to contain the information or total number of non-zero values present in that matrix, in that sparse matrix. Okay, so head node, it's not a head pointer. This is a head node which contains the information, total number of rows, total number of columns, and total number of non-zero values present in that entire sparse matrix. The way we did in the case of array representation, the first column was representing these 3 things, and it will contain a pointer to the first row node. Okay, first row node. That means we are going to have one head node, then we are going to have row nodes. We are going to have row nodes. That row node is going to contain the information about the row number for which it is storing the information, pointer to the next row, next row node, and pointer to the column in that row which contains the information about that non-zero element. Okay, so it is next row node and pointer to next column node. I'll come to that. And third structure which you need to remember is a column node. This will store the actual value, actual non-zero value. Okay, the column number, the value, and the pointer to the next value in the same row. Okay, so now are you getting me? Head pointer is going to point to the row node, and row node will point to the column node. Right? If I am taking this example, head node will have the complete information about this matrix. Like total number of rows, it will say it is having 5 rows. Total number of columns, it will say 6 columns. Total number of non-zero elements, it will say 6 columns. Then this first row node is going to point to the information about this row. Are you getting me? This row. So row number is going to be 1 here. 0. Pointer to the next row. Then it will hold the address of this next row node structure, which may have some non-zero elements. Okay, if there are no non-zero elements in that row will not be stored at all. It can be skipped directly. But if it is, then it is going to store to the next row node. Fine. And then third is pointer to the column node. What this column node is going to have? Column node is going to store the information about this individual element. That means column number 4, value is 9, and it will now point to the next value in the same row. It will just find out whether you have some more non-zero elements in the same row or not. Okay, so now what can we see this as a list of list. So you have a head node, it is pointing to the row node linked list, which in which every node is pointing to a column node structure. little complex. We'll go for an example, the things will be more clear. So the same structure I have redrawn here, and this same example we are going to see now. Okay, now we'll see. First of all, we'll have to define the head node structure. Head node structure. Okay, so what head node is going to have? Head node is going to have total number of rows. How many rows are there? 4. How many columns are there? Sorry, rows are 5. Columns are there 6. How many non-zero elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 non-zero elements. Okay, this is having 6 non-zero elements. Now it will point to the first row node, which will now contain the information about this first row. So we'll create a row node. Okay, it should have only 3 fields. Okay, so we'll right now will not consider this at all. So it will have the row number which it is representing. Row number is 0. Okay, this will point to this node. Okay, this address will point to this node. Now it is having the row number 0, pointer to the next row. Pointer to the next row. Okay, so right now we will hold. Then pointer to the column. Which column? Column node. Pointer to the column node. What that column node is going to give me the information about the non-zero element present in that row, by which it is pointed. So we are going to create one more node which is called as a column node, having different structure than the row node. So again, by mistake I have done it of 4 size. It should have only 3 fields. So now where it will be pointing? This will point here to this node. What it will contain? It will contain the column information in which you have non-zero elements. Column number 4. What is the value? 9. Okay, and what is the next thing? Pointed to the next value in the same row. Do we have any other value in the same row? We don't have. So this will be made as null. Getting me? This will be made as null. Now what is this information? This is the information about the 0th row and the columns in which it has the non-zero values. Okay, where it is going to point next? This field, that is the pointer to the next row, is going to point here now to the next node, next row node, which is giving information about the next node. Now this node is going to get information about row number 1. Row number 1 is this. Row number 1 is this. Okay, and pointer to next row. Right now we'll keep pending. Okay, and now we will have the column nodes for that row. So column nodes will be, see here, this is the first column, first row, first column is storing the value 8. Is storing the value 8. This field is unnecessary. Okay, it is storing the value 8. And now what will be its pointer field? Does it have any non-zero element further? No. So this will also be made as null. Are you getting me? So this way we are going to build up the list for every row separately. Coming back again, where it will point, this field will point to the next row. Sorry, it doesn't have one. So it is going to point to the next one. Okay, this is going to point to the next one, which is represented by index value 2. So 2 will be here. Here will be the next row. We'll see later. This field will point to the column field. Here it is going to feed the value of first column which is holding some value. So 0th column is holding value 4. This is an extra field. By mistake it is drawn. This is an extra field. Here by mistake it is drawn. Okay. Now what this field will contain? This field will point to the next node, because in this row I am finding one more element which is non-zero. Okay. So I am going to create one more node here. This will be a column node. See, this will be a column node for the same row. 2, 3. Value will be 2. And this will be null. Getting me? So for row number 2, we have 2 column nodes. For row number 1 and 0, we have 1 column node each. So you can very easily say that row number 0 is having only 1 non-zero value, row number 2 is having 2 non-zero values. Okay, similarly I can add others. So for row number 3, I can have one more column over here. This is the extra field. Well, I can have this column which is going to hold the value of this column, that is the column number 5. Value it is holding is 5. This is going to be null. Again, the last node we can form here for the row 4. It is going to have 4. See, these pointers I have forgot. These pointers will be pointing to the next row node 4. This will point to 1 column node. That column node will be 2, value 2, and this will be null. Okay. So this way the list for this sparse matrix can be formed. How can we now I am saying list of a list is, you can find that this is a whole list out of which we have, this is the whole list out of which we have this single list. Getting me? We have this single list. So actually this particular head node is pointing to this whole list in which we have this separate list. In this also what we can see is this itself is another list. This itself is another list. Okay, and this is a head for it. Okay, so this whole list is pointing to this complete bunch. This individual header is pointing to this individual list, and this is a list individually. So list of list. So there are 3 nodes. Head node will point to the whole structure. Row node will point to the list of column nodes which are holding the information about those non-zero values, and column node individually is holding one non-zero value information. Okay, so this is little complicated structure. If you have not understood this, please go through this lecture once again. Try to understand what are the fields we are mentioning in this head, row and column node structure, and it will be clear for you. Okay, so this is the 3 structure representation of a linked list, or list of list information of a linked list. LOS, it is called as list of list, or LIL, list in list. LOL, list of list. So this way you can define a sparse matrix using a linked list. Thank you very much.